Hi, welcome to Julia's Broderie. This is a monthly video that I'm doing to teach new stitches. It's from the early 20th century, at least that's the first recording of it. And it's basically a stem stitch along the top with a detached chain stitch that goes with it. And if you can see, I've got a straight line here that I drew to guide me. And then they sort of are angles, like acute angles where you put this bit in. And it would create nice petals for flowers, or you could also do them as leaves. And of course, you don't have to do it in a straight line. You could do it in a circle. And the other thing that you could do, if you didn't want to do it, I'll be showing you it as one complete stitch, but if you wanted to use two different colors, you could do a stem stitch first and then add these detached chain stitches in afterwards. So it's quite versatile as a stitch, but I'm going to show you. I started from this end, and my first stitch went in here and created a back stitch as the first stitch. So I'm going to show you how that works now. So you start away from either the beginning of the line or from the previous stitch that you did, and you're going to take it under that previous stitch just like you would a stem stitch, but you're going to leave a loop on the surface. So here's your loop, and then you're going to come up in the middle of that loop along that same line that you've drawn in order to finish that stem stitch. And then you take your needle back down the same hole that you came up, and then here's where it gets the angle. And you could actually draw a faint pencil line along the bottom if you wanted to make sure these were kept straight. So you're not going to put it in the center, you're going to put it just off center to create that slight angle on this stitch. And then you're going to pull that through, and you're going to just anchor the stitch there with a tiny stitch. Let me show you another one. So you're going to start away from your previous stitch, go under just like you would for a stem stitch, but remember to leave a loop on the surface. Come up along your line that you drew in the center of that stitch, completing that stem stitch. Go down the same hole that you came up for that one. Uh-oh, I think I've created a knot. Let's see if I can undo it. There we go. Sometimes if you just pull on those knots that form, they do undo nicely. So you've got another loop from your surface. This is fun. You get to create two loops, and then you're going to off center. You could line it up with the edge of this stitch to guide you, but just make sure they're all the same length. And then you're going to come up at the bottom, and you're going to close that loop with a tiny anchor stitch. So see, it's creating, if I show it to you sort of, that's the way around it is, you can kind of see the angles. Mine aren't perfectly equal size, but if you drew a little line here, you could definitely achieve that. And as I said, you could do them in a circle. You could do it in a tight circle to create a flower. So this is a really fun stitch. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Petal Stitch.